Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. When I was researching this concept of hope, I knew that I'd need to see what researcher and author Brene Brown had to say on the subject. In her book, Atlas of the Heart, she uses this exact quote: "We need hope like we need air." She goes on to explain that hope is not this warm, fuzzy emotion. Rather, it's a way of thinking, a cognitive process, which I actually found really hopeful, actually, that I don't have to wait for this sort of lightning bolt of feeling to hit me, right? There's a process I can follow. She also said that hope is learned, which I also think is kind of cool to know, right? So she relates it to three elements basically that make up this sort of experience to lead to hope. The three elements are goals, pathways, and agency. These are her terms, but goals, obviously, we know what that means. It's knowing where you want to go, what you want to do. Pathways, as she describes it, is knowing how to achieve the goals or having the ability to find a way, understanding that we can try different paths and different things. And if something unpredictable happens, we can try something else or change course. Agency is just the belief that we can do it. It's the belief in ourselves and our ability to basically achieve the goal following the pathways that we've identified or that we see along the way. She also talks about hope. Again, these are her exact words as a function of struggle. She explains that we develop hope when we deal with adversity and then come through it. When our goals or pathways or the agency, one or all of those things are tested, then we have to seek remedies. We have to find a way to change the situation, basically, which is how hope grows. It's basically how we develop that skill. Some of the most people that I know have experienced trauma or tragedy, and they draw on their ability to be in the moments of uncomfortableness and at the same time understand that it won't always be this way. Most of us have evidence that we're stronger and more resilient than we might feel in the moment when things are challenging or when we're disappointed. We can use the evidence of past success to really understand and remember how to embrace the idea and the concept that things may not be great today, but they could be better tomorrow. When she talks about hope as a function of struggle, I also like that because I think in the past, sometimes I've been guilty of trying to paint a happy face on a situation when what I really needed was to be honest about how I was feeling so I could find that way forward. Painting a happy face on it was just really avoiding what needed to be addressed. I like that I can now acknowledge that everything is not perfect. And at the same time, I can be hopeful and see a path towards something better, be hopeful for better outcomes. That's kind of what hope is sounding like for me today, right? Having a goal, seeing the path, and understanding that I have the agency to do what I can do to make things better tomorrow.